everyone, this is Michelle with Scrappy Soul Sister, and I am here today with a process video for my creative scrapbook. And this is the limited edition October kit, and I'm going to be using this lovely sketch every month. You do receive a sketch with all of the kits for my creative scrapbook, and this one is by Laura Creates. And so the text has, or I'm sorry, the sketch has this awesome little grid area in the top two-thirds of the layout, a few little clusters, and then the title to the bottom right. I'm going to stick pretty close to the sketch on this one. And so I've picked out my papers, this gorgeous wood grain that comes with the kit, as well as the yellow floral and that rusty kind of grittish looking paper. And my main photo is this welcome to golden. And I did go ahead and sand around it because this layout is, at least I hope, is going to kind of have this kind of Western type of yippee kind of vibe to it. And so I have my pictures set up. Now on the sketch, it does have place for journaling in one of those photo blocks, but I uh, um, don't really have any journaling to say on this one. I did that already on another layout, so this is just going to be pictures. So I do want to do a little bit of mixed media. So I cut down my yellow floral that is part of that Vintage Orchard 49 and Market collection and have everything kind of layered up. And so I uh, am going to use the stencil that comes with the kit. Now this is a Vicky Bouton stencil. It's kind of looks like a loose brick or stepping stone type of pattern. And so I haven't played with this one yet. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some ink. Now I believe I'm using Rusty Hinge and um, Vintage Photo for my inking on this one. And I'm going to go ahead and add some water here and there to lighten it up. And I do have it kind of marked off where the paper is going to start covering it so I don't waste a lot of effort going too high. And then I have this Tim Holtz little dots, almost honeycomb looking, but it's more dots stencil. And I'm going to apply a um, pink. I think it might be tea rose. I should have looked before I started talking, but give my um, little pattern there some little dots. And then I'm going to add this ring stain with ground espresso. So I like how that is looking so far. Kind of feels like it has that kind of old west vibe. So I'm happy with it. I am going to just loosen up my ink a little bit, soften it up with some water with my and that's one of the things I love about distress inks. I know they're really popular, and so I'm preaching to the choir, but you can get so many different looks out of them. So I have inked up all my edges. You might have noticed that earlier, and I used ground espresso for all of that. I have this little brown torn edge, notebook edge. There was a couple of those pieces in the kit. So I'm going to be using one of those. And I'm going to use my T-square ruler to try to make everything straight. And this layout is convincing me I need a new paper cutter. I've kind of struggled with mine for a while. It is pretty old at this point, and it doesn't cut as straight as it used to. And so it might be time to replace it. Now I have this brown and white striped. It's a diagonal stripe that I did use a border cutter to kind of shape um, some scallops into it. And I believe this might even have been a barcode strip. So I'm going to use that, and then also my little brown piece of uh, embellishment, and that is going to be most of the paper layers I use on this layout. See, there I am, like, is this straight? Is it not straight? It feels like it should be straight, but it didn't look right. And so that uh, brown embellishment does kind of help change the balance of it. So you can't even if you're looking at wondering if it's straight, that feeling will go away because I'll use enough stuff there that it kind of disguises that bottom right corner. Now I am going to pop up my big block there on some foam so I can tuck some pieces underneath it. It does have embellishments on the top right. There will be some on the left of the Welcome to Golden photo, and then, of course, down by the title area. So there are some of my pictures. Now these are from, and I did back those just with white paper. But these photos are from a trip about a year ago. We were in Colorado in October, and Golden is just the cutest little Colorado town. If you're ever in the area, I highly recommend it. It's where the Coors factory is, so it's kind of known for its factory tours and stuff. We haven't done that yet. We'll have to hit that up on another visit. But I love that Welcome to Golden sign right there on Main Street. And then it has a bit of a river walk. We've been there in the summer too, and watching the kids tube down and carry the tubes back up river or up. It might be more of a creek. It's just a great little family atmosphere there downtown. And so I'm starting to build or take a look at my cluster up there at the top left. On the sketch, it does have a tag kind of sticking more on a horizontal plane, but I'm going to go ahead and angle it so I can layer some stuff on it. And then the ephemera bits that come with the kit, also the vintage orchard. There's quite a few leaves and autumn feeling little bits and pieces. And so I'm going to use quite a few of those in my embellishment clusters. All right. And of course, I should have started with that piece, but if I pulled everything off so I could get it underneath, and I'm going to lift some stuff on foam. Now, some things I'm going to use foam across most of the body. Other leaves, I'm just going to put foam on the tip that's sticking out and go ahead and use a regular glue uh, closer in so it sits more flat towards the cluster. Now this is the flower, a couple of the flowers I'm going to use. The kind of seafoam color is from Prima, and then the cream one is from 49 and Market. So sometimes I don't mind the height, and sometimes I do. So this white or ivory flower had quite a tall crown on it. So I just dug in and found the little bead that was creating that height and pulled that out off of the little wire that it was on. And then I just twisted that wire so it looked like it was part of the flower. Another thing that you can do if you don't like the wire is just fold over one of the petals and or you can use another little embellishment to cover it. But I'm confident that this layout is going to go in an album rather than in a shadow box, and so I chose to eliminate some of the height. So I've added my title there. This kit comes with the Simple Stories foam sticker sheets, and there's quite a bit of titles on those, as well as a few little embellishments like the leaf that I use down below. And then I'm going to add a bit more verbiage under Autumn Vibes. And yeah, I'm building that cluster up at the top right. Um, and I am going to use three of the more banner looking word strips. The one that I'm touching there is says time well spent, and it definitely was. They're in gold. Down by the flowers, I have one that says this moment, and then memories made over to the left. Um, Now that Windy Saddle Cafe, we did go there for breakfast, and we have been there for lunch as well, and the food is really good. And I absolutely love the sign, and so I took a picture of that. And then the statue of the cowboy over on the left helped give it that kind of um, Wild West look that I was going for on this layout. So I have been doing a little bit of auditioning there, you see, with some bits and pieces, but I decided to um, save the apples for a different layout. I am going to use part of that pile of leaves. I am going to use this little warm and cozy phrase, so I'm going to layer it over a um, little tag strip that says photographs and memories. And then I am also going to put my date on a little label folder underneath warm and cozy. So that'll be kind of my little title and subtitle and date all in that location down there. All right. What's next? Oh yeah, so that's the little label that my hat or that my date is going to go on. And I think I have gotten most of my layout complete. Um, it's been a while since I did this layout, and so I'm trying to remember what else I did, but I think that we're getting there. I'm just going to do some splatters. And so I used the Tim Holtz, it's something timber. I can't remember the name. You see, I need to check out names before I start these. Um, what is the timber one? So scorched timber. So I go ahead and finish those splatters, and now I just have a couple things I want to do to the flowers. Actually, just one thing. I'm going to add some of this rosy texture paste from Vicky Bouton just to give them a little bit of color. So thank you for watching this video. We're getting to the end. Check out my creative scrapbook, and here are some close-ups. Have a great day.